it's Amelia. Happy Wednesday. Welcome back to my channel. I am really excited today. We're going to be working on a DIY Halloween costume today, and it's a couple's costume for me and my fiance Wes, and we are doing Jessie and Woody from Toy Story. So this was actually Wes's idea, which is really adorable. Last year I tried to get Wes to do a couple's costume of Troy and Gabriella, and he was like, no. But this year he wanted to do it, so that's fun. So we went thrifting, and I have a bunch of stuff to show you, and then I'm going to show you how I transform it into our costumes. And yeah, let's just get started. So first off, I found this hat at Goodwill, and I think it's perfect for Jessie. It's a really good shape, and I'm going to use this spray paint that I grabbed at Michael's to spray paint it red. We're gonna get rid of the ribbon, and I'm gonna use some macrame cord I have left over to do those wraps around the rim that Jessie has in the movie. So that's the hat, and Jessie just has a white button down with yellow detailing, so I just picked up this white blouse at Goodwill. Then I have these two pairs of jeans, so I actually only needed one pair of jeans, but I ended up getting two because we went to 3 Goodwills in all to get all this stuff. It's really hard to find like flared jeans nowadays, I guess. I don't know. I thought it would be easier. We picked this shirt up for Wes. It's just a really pretty yellow subtle plaid. And also there's like this random snap that somebody put on it's like a skull but also scissors. So I'm pretty sure Wes is accidentally joining a gang by buying this shirt. White t-shirt for Wes. And I'm gonna cut this up and I'm gonna use this to make Woody's vest. Heading over here to the crafting materials, we have the spray paint. We picked up this little kerchief? Bandana? Okay, we picked up this little bandana from Michael's. Then we picked up felt because Jessie has yellow felt on her blouse and also some red, also black for the cow print spot on Woody's vest. So those are all the materials that I have. We're just gonna get started making the costume, and I'm gonna start with Jessie's. The first step is going to be to spray paint this lovely, lovely hat. First coat is done. I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'll flip it over and do the underside, and then I'll probably fill in any extra spots. But it looks super good so far. It's very red on camera. It's not that red in person. Next, I used a yarn needle and some macrame cord I had left over and stitched in the unique stitching that's around the edge of her hat. So the next part of Jessie's costume is going to be that yellow section on her white blouse. Yellow, and there's a collar that's white, and then she has kind of a curvy like sweetheart line almost across her chest that is red across the bottom, and then she's got these fun little loop-de-loops in red across, and then she has matching yellow cuffs with the same trim. I bought a lot of yellow felt at the store. I ended up getting one of the bigger pieces and then 2 of the smaller ones because that was the cheapest way. This is going to be for the chest piece, and then these are going to be for the arms. I'm going to lay out this piece on my shirt, and I'm going to use the reference photo, and I'm going to pin it. We're going to try to match up where we stop with the seam of the shoulder. So on your shirt there should be a shoulder seam here, and I'm going to try to have the felt stop there, go all the way up under the collar, and then I'm going to try on the shirt and put a pin kind of where I want this line to go across the chest. I feel like I'm either a doctor or a student at a prep school right now. Those could be costume ideas as well. Okay, so I think it's easier if I just work on the shirt half at a time because it is so hard to line it up. So I unbuttoned the shirt and I laid it out flat so that the seam is right here at the top, and then I got my felt. I cut the larger piece into 2 halves, but I'm making sure I'm using the nice straight edge for the middle. So the next step of the shirt is getting the yellow all pinned down perfectly so it's all lined up, and I made sure that I have enough to come up here and just barely cover and reach the end of that seam. So I'm actually going to start with this seam, use a needle and thread, and I'm using quilting thread because it's really strong. So next step, basting stitches, which are just big stitches that I'm going to rip out later. Trim this very carefully and then sew this seam here. Then I'm gonna be able to continue around here. I think I'm gonna sew along here and then trim it because this is gonna overlap anyway, so the buttons can close, and the yellow on this side will cover it up. After I had it basted down, I very carefully cut this top piece to match the seam, and then went around the collar so then I could start whip stitching it on. Finished stitching around the top, the sides, but I stopped right around where I marked the pin of where I want to do the cuts, just because I'm not sure exactly where it is. And I didn't do the side with the buttons yet. I just left that basting on. So I'm going to use this that I cut out here as a template, and I'm going to lay my other piece of felt on top and just kind of cut it out roughly the same, lay it on the other side and do the exact same stitching. The overall effect is really, really cute, and also it doesn't have to look perfect, and I think it just adds to the kind of ragdoll toy look that we're going for the costume. From not sewn to sewn. Second panel is done. I said neck, the top, and the arm. Next step is going to be cutting along the sides, button these together so that I know exactly where I want it to go. Then a rough sketch with the pen, and I made sure to make the middle actually in the middle of where the buttons are, so it's going to be going up a little bit still on this panel because I didn't want the middle to start on the side. So I'm going to trim these. Here's a trick for getting it more even. You can take one side that you cut out and lay it on top of the other side just to make sure you actually get it perfectly symmetrical. Okay, it's cut out and it's starting to look so good. So the next thing I'm gonna do is figure out how to tackle this button situation. Not sew down the edges here, leave them kind of as a flap. Take this piece under, sew it down right next to the buttons. So I'm gonna end up trimming this, sewing it down next to the buttons so that this can just nicely fold over. For the detail on her blouse, I used some red twine from Amazon and I arranged it in the pattern and then pinned it down. So now you're just gonna stitch down your design with tiny little stitches. And I started doing it with white thread before realizing that you could totally see it. So we're going back with red thread to do this section again, but you're gonna do this all over and you can just do it wherever you need. And with the red thread, it's totally gonna cover up the fact that you're doing these little stitches. It's done being stitched on. It looks so good, you guys. I'm so excited. Use a bigger needle, like a yarn needle, and just like poke these through to the back and then knot them off. Okay, so the next step's gonna be this trim along the bottom. And yep, Betty's pretty mad in Riverdale. So as you can see, it's a little bit thicker than the other twisty bits. So I wanted to use red felt to help it stand out. So I kept these pieces that I cut off from the bottom so I can use that to kind of trace the shape. And I'm gonna cut pieces that are like ½ an inch thick and I'm gonna sew them straight onto the yellow felt, not onto the white. I pinned on the red border and I made sure to do the little divot here so that the middle is in the middle of this button, not where the two meet. I'm gonna use the red thread and I'm gonna stitch along the top. Oh my gosh! So now let's see if I can get the buttons done because I decided to sew this edge down so technically the buttonholes are covered and I'm hoping that I can still get the buttons into the buttonholes by a little maneuvering. Huh, got one. I just figured it would look better that way, and since this isn't something I'm gonna be wearing very often, like if it takes a second to get the buttons, it's okay. Oh my gosh. Does this look cool? Oh wait, let's see with the hat. Let's see with the hat, are you ready? Yes! Okay, enough modeling, we have work to do. So now I just need to get rid of these flappies. So because I don't want any weird wrinkling, I think I'm not gonna stitch it down here. I'm just going to stitch the rest of this side to the seam here, and I'm gonna do the same on this side. And we're basically gonna do pretty much the same thing for the sleeves. Sleeves don't have this thicker red, but they do have this all the way around, so it's the same method. So I've got these two smaller pieces of felt, and I'm going to fold it in half lengthwise, like this, and then I'm gonna cut this in half, and we're gonna use half of this. So I technically could have only bought one piece of felt. So when you're doing it, if you wanna make it, you can just buy one. So the first step is to do the embroidery just like this. I'm gonna be working along the seam of my sleeve here, and I went ahead and buttoned it on the looser button. Pin this so that it's on that seam. Bring this around. And here I'm showing you exactly how I stitched it. I started on the side without the buttons, went around the top, and then did the side with the buttons. So I'm just gonna trim it so that it stops right before the buttonhole, and then stitch it down just like we did with the front of the bodice. Okay, I finished sewing the sleeves and it looks so cute. So like I said, I just went up the side, around the top, and then back down. And I made sure to make the inside a little smaller so that I could still close the buttons. And I think it looks so good, you guys. I'm so excited. We're gonna get some white felt and we're gonna cut out some round buttons and then those three little, I don't know what those are, like fringe things on her cuffs, and see how that looks. I'm gonna stitch the big fake white buttons, one right at the center where the red meets and then one a little bit underneath. So I secured the buttons on with a simple X stitch in the middle of both of them, and now I am working on the little fringe on the sleeves. So I'm just doing about 3 medium-sized stitches in the middle just to lightly secure them on. Okay, so the next step to the costume is the jeans. So on Jessie's costume, she's wearing jeans with a flare leg, and then she has chaps so they kind of like come across here. So here's my plan. We're gonna paint on them. We're gonna paint them. So I'm going to paint the chaps on. That's the goal. I'm going to put cardboard up through the legs of the pants so I don't have to worry about it sinking through to the other side. So I decided this is where I want the chaps to start. So I just use masking tape to make a really crisp line. And then I have my black and white paint, and I'm gonna do a coat of white first and then go back in with the black cow print spot. So I'm just gonna kind of start painting that on with my black paint, freehand with the paintbrush, just making it all different sizes and organic shapes. The chaps are done and they honestly look so incredible. The white paint is definitely splotchy. I only had enough to do one coat, but I honestly don't mind and it totally looks adorable. So I made sure to stay within the seams on either side, but I didn't go all the way because like I said, I was running out of paint. So I just kind of embraced the sloppy look on the sides, but it actually looks really good, especially from a distance. So next step is the belt buckle and then Wes's costume. I cut out 4 pieces of felt, 2 larger ovals for Wes's belt buckle, and then 2 smaller ones for Jessie's belt buckle for me. And I'm just going to use my white thread and whip stitch the edge. I have these really cool pins that I'm going to sew on the back. So for Woody's vest, I had Wes put on the yellow shirt he got and then the white shirt inside out over top of the yellow shirt, and then with a pen I sketched on the vest on him so that I could tell it was the right shape, and then I cut it out with a little bit of a seam allowance, maybe ½ an inch around the edge. This is the final vest. I just trimmed it and then pulled on the edges to help them kind of go under like knit fabric does. And now we're gonna cowify it. For the cow spots on Woody's vest, I just took the black felt and cut out some organic shapes that looked like cow spots and then arranged them on the front of the vest how I liked, and then used black thread and a needle to whip stitch them onto the front of the vest. Much fun. We went to a trunk or treat at our church and it was just so sweet. The kids were adorable. There were so many families and kids that came through and they were just so excited to see Jessie and Woody, and there were a couple little kids dressed up as Buzz Lightyear and Woody, and it was so fun. It was really fun early Halloween. And let me know if you like the costumes and if you're inspired, and also what you're gonna be for Halloween. I'd love to know if you're DIYing your costume. So thank you so much for watching my DIY Halloween costume of Jessie and Woody, and I will see you guys next Wednesday for another video. Bye guys.